First day of rifle season in Oklahoma.
You're hoping to get out there and have your pick of all the bucks before I show up tomorrow. May the sun be in your eyes and the wind at your back.
Oh, look, it's running through the woods right there.
I sure didn't expect to see this buck.
Look at that son of a gun. Holy smokes, Batman.
I take care of your choppers.
First day of rifle season in Oklahoma. Confidence levels go way up. Actually, I feel pretty confident with my bow. I really, really do. But so far, all year, up to this point, we've been working on being really, really quiet. Slipping in there with our bows and being quiet death from above. Well, today, I hope to make a lot of noise. Bang!
Yeah, I know what you're hoping to do. You're hoping to get out there and have your pick of all the bucks before I show up tomorrow.
Wait a minute, this is a team effort. I don't know why you would say something like that, but you are exactly right.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There is a deer that we've been watching for 2 years. This year he'll be 5.5 or 6.5. We're not sure just yet. And he is a beautiful 10-pointer that has all kinds of trash on him. And I'm going to do everything I can to get a bullet in him this week.
Well, I hope it works out for you, buddy. May the sun be in your eyes and the wind at your back.
The wind was supposed to have already switched last I checked, but as of right now, this wind's still southwest, and it's not gonna switch till like 8 a.m. So instead of going where I wanted to, we're gonna lay off that and save it for this afternoon. And we're gonna go to a different spot. So we're kind of feeling our way through this. We're gonna slip in here. There's a Whitetail Institute food plot down here. It's clover and oats and deer been pounding it, and this wind is good for that spot. This is a gun I've hunted with a couple of times on the show, but not very often. I like to bring it out every now and then, knock the dust off. This is a Remington 700 BDL. I bought it when I was 14 years old for $419. It has killed a bunch of deer. Bring me one more, baby. One more. And then we'll look for the next one.
Oh, look, it's running through the woods right there. It's a doe. There's a buck down there. Oh, it's the big buck, the double drop. Double drop buck right there.
Can't see.
Oh, there they are, right there by the tree. He's going straight away.
So this time of year here in Oklahoma, at least, the rut is at a stage where you might have to shoot your way out to get back to the truck. They are running crazy. And so some of the best places to be are going to be funnels or feeding areas. And we're sitting over this beautiful Whitetail Institute clover plot that we've worked really hard on over the last few years, and a lot of deer piling into it. So I'm looking for a particular deer that's mature and, you know, big and makes us feel good, and we're gonna shoot him. But I sure didn't expect to see this buck. This buck hadn't been in this food plot but one time in the last 2 years, and that was a week ago.
That's the benefit of having a big food plot or several of them. What we've done is create a destination feeding area for our deer. And if you happen to get a transient deer that comes through later in the year, if he's looking for other does, you have a good chance of him showing back up on that food plot.
And that is exactly what happened to you just a few years ago on this same spot where we have this blind. Tim was sitting there 2 years ago. A buck we'd only seen 1 or 2 times showed back up during rifle season.
You good right there? Ready?
Trying to make it a food plot. Now, if that's not easier than pulling one up into a tree, well, I don't know what is. There you go. That's all you gotta do. Get the buck to walk right out in front of you, drop him on camera, load him on the tractor, take him to the skinning shed.
That's it, huh?
That's it. It's that easy.
Well, I'll tell you what, you just keep choking on your popcorn and let me see what I can do.
So, it's kind of good, kind of bad. All that doe has to do is make a loop, and he's gonna come right out here. It's kind of bad that they went that way, up in the timber. But at least we know he's around. He's better looking on the hoof than I thought in the camera. I can tell you that. I was a little surprised. The deer came from this way. When I put this blind up a couple days ago, we knew these deer like, there he is right there, he's coming. Yeah, I see him coming up through the woods there. Let's make a scrape. All I got is his neck. He's coming. This bush is in my way. How about now? He's in them saplings, though. I can't shoot him right there. I can see. Yeah, he's looking base.
Hey!
You good? Yeah.
Smoke City, buddy. Smoke City.
Watch him, watch him. He just went down.
Right there.
How about you flatline? This old 270 is bad news on a deer now. I mean, this never happens. This never happens. This is nuts. I just killed the first drop tine deer I've ever killed in Kansas a week ago. And I killed 3 drop tines in one. Look at that son of a gun. Holy smokes, Batman. Look at you, Tex. I mean, that is, holy cow, buddy. Ready for this? Because there's one of these down here too. Holy smokes. Look, he's got matching daggers out the back. He's just flame throwing stuff everywhere. And we've had those food plots going. This is our 3rd year with them. Results, results, results. Holding big mature deer like this, not just because he's big and mature, but because it's holding a bunch of does. And the does are here because the food's good for them and for their babies and everything else. I mean, there's so much that goes into it, a lot of effort and setting stands right. And it's just, it's not just a lucky first day kill. It's a lot went into this thing, man. And it's not just me, it's a team of people and companies, but what a cool, awesome deer. Taxidermy bill is through the roof this year. It's always a good day when you got a buck in the bucket. Pulling up to the skin and shit. How the fun begins. So in a moment like this, where you got a big old buck laying on the ground, we are just like everybody else out there. We are going to celebrate, we're gonna hoot and holler, call the family and friends, brag a little bit. We might even tie the sucker to the hood of the car. But the truth is, there was a lot of work over hours and hours and months and sometimes even years of time and expense of us out there busting our tails, turning ground, planting seeds, putting lime out, putting fertilizer out. If you're going to plant a food plot and you're going to dedicate to feeding the wildlife on your property, don't get discouraged if you don't kill the biggest buck of your life on the first year. It takes time, and this is some of the stuff that we've done to lead up to this point right here.
Putting in a food plot, get a hold of Whitetail Institute, get a soil sample kit. We took our sample, sent it in to them, 24 hours, they sent it back to us. We knew exactly what we needed to do as far as lime and fertilizer.
We're doing lime today. Our soil sample test from the Whitetail Institute says that we need 2 tons per acre. Well, this is a 2-ton hopper. It's gonna drop 1 ton per acre. So I'm gonna cover it all twice, and that'll give me 2 tons per acre.
You're gonna wanna give this lime at least a couple months to get your pH levels right, and that's if you're using the ag lime like us. If you're using pelletized lime or something else, it's gonna take longer. Once that happens, then start getting it ready for the seed.
When it comes to clover, you want to grow bigger bucks? Plant Whitetail Institute Imperial Clover. It even says it right there, grow bigger bucks. Now you know how to do a food plot the right way, the complete way, and get the most out of your seed and your effort. Do it right, you'll be glad you did.
So once the food plots are established, the annual maintenance is pretty simple. The line we put down is going to last at least a few years, so wherever we planted annuals, just go back and replant the next year. But don't forget the fertilizer. Where we planted perennials, we're just going to go back in, remember to put down fertilizer, then it's just a matter of keeping the weeds in check, because over the summer, those weeds are going to grow back along with whatever you planted. But the Whitetail Institute has made this step a whole lot easier.
That is a brand new Can-Am Defender XT HD10 four-wheel drive bad news machine. But don't let this cab, power windows, regular heater, heated steering wheel, heated handlebar, heated seats, backup camera, the 2 powered winches, or this 4-speaker Jansen stereo fool you. It's a workhorse. You don't need all those accessories, but if you want them, Can-Am's got them. Anyway, we're gonna go do some work today. It is hot, everything's green, including the weeds in our food plots. So we've got perennial food plots and we've got annual food plots. Perennials are gonna come back every year. The annuals, as described, every year you gotta plant them. Whitetail Institute has figured out a chemical that is safe for those plants, won't hurt your high dollar food plot seed. So this Arrest Max is gonna kill all the grass. But if you've got a lot of weedy or, broadleaf type weeds in your food plot, you're gonna wanna use this Slay, okay? Today we're going to go spray a big clover plot of ours with Arrest Max because there's some grass that's trying to take over things and we're just not gonna let that happen. So what you're gonna do is 1 pint of this Arrest Max with 10 to 20 gallons of water, depending on how intense your weed problem is or your grass problem. 10 to 20 gallons of water will take care of business for you with 1 pint of this.
So you know the one thing that you didn't mention about all this food plot stuff is that I killed a bigger deer than you this year on them.
How many drop tines did your deer have?
Well, if you turn him upside down, he had a bunch. So.
Boy, have we got a great spot for y'all.
I'll see you, dog.
All right, dude.
What is taking y'all so long?
What do you mean? I've hunted one evening and one morning.
That's twice as long as I did. I killed a big buck.
Pull the trigger, man. Pull the trigger. Got stickers.
So you shot a forked horn?
Yes.
Good.
Yep.
Well, let's go see him.
He's forked here, and he's forked here, and he's forked here. He's good.
Once you get these food plots established, the yearly maintenance is pretty simple. Where we planted perennials, we're just gonna go back in.
This was not the deer that I set out to go hunt this week. That was really.
But I
Strategy.
went and shot
Yeah.
him anyway.
Oh boy.